All right. So, good evening and welcome to the regular select board meeting of Thursday, September 15th, 2022. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming. I am making an assumption that we do not have any public comment, since we don't have any public. Yes.
I think that's a safe assumption.
Okay. Our rec director, Jessica Bombard, is not with us yet, so we will go immediately to the treasurer, who is also not here, but we do have the check warrant. So has everyone had a chance to look at the check warrant?
Yep.
Do I have a motion to sign?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So Wendy and Shelley and Amy and Pete were able to get our tax bills all ready to mail today.
Yes, we did. Paper folder crapped out on us, so it took a little longer than normal, but we did get it done. 1,740 bills, and then any properties that have transferred, we send to the previous and the new owner after April 1st, because the bills print as the property stands on April 1, statewide. And as you know, any property that goes on the market is transferring like that, so we had a lot of transfers. So those did all make it to the post office this afternoon, so watch for those in the coming days.
Okay, so Wendy, why don't you continue right on?
Okay, you have minutes from your last regular meeting, September 1st, and then you had a special emergency meeting on the 8th. Emergency meeting on the 8th.
Okay. So, has everyone had a chance to read both minutes?
Yes.
Okay. So, can I have a motion to sign the minutes from September 1st?
It was Sharon, Richard, Kyle, and Vern at that meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. And Richard, Kyle, and I were at the emergency meeting. So can I have a motion to sign those minutes?
I'll make that motion. Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay.
Okay, and I am told that everyone can expect their ballots for the general election the week of September 26th. They should start going out in the mail. I just want to remind everybody that is your ballot. You're more than welcome to vote at the polls. That is your ballot, so don't throw it out. If you come to the polls without it, you're going to have to sign an affidavit. So preferably you come to the polls with it, but we can still get you to vote if you don't. But you can also vote ahead of time, use the drop box, drop them off here, mail them back. As long as I have them in my hands by 7 p.m. on November 8th. So between the tax bills and the ballots, it should be
Be on the lookout.
a busy time in the mail, things going back and forth, so. I think that should do it for me.
Okay. Heidi.
Well, maybe I'll wait till Jessica's here to talk about one of the things. I'll start with the Regional Planning Commission subcontract. So, the 2023 grant and aid funding for stormwater projects is now being managed by the state, Agency of Transportation, and Regional Planning Commission has always managed it. So what they're doing is asking each town, if you still want their support to coordinate the site visit, come up with a sketch, etc., to please sign this contract, and it's a flat $1,000 fee. Your grant is for $27,000. So I highly recommend it. I'd love to have them. They've always done the sketching and come out and help pick the best site. So it's very helpful.
Does anyone have any questions or concerns? Okay. Do I have a motion to sign?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I wanted to talk to you about an opportunity that I'm kind of interested in. And Senator Corey Parent now works in conjunction with UVM, placing interns in municipal locations. So these opportunities have come up in the past, and they always struck me as being a little bit more work than benefit to the town, even though they're valuable. This one, I know that Corey has worked in a municipal setting. He was operations manager for St. Albans Town. It's his last job. And he's prepared to run interference on, a lot of beginner questions. And I think as we get busier, this might be a really valuable thing to have. I don't know if we can get on this semester, because I think he had to place someone by last Friday. But, so it would open up again in the next semester, so like January. And what we do is give them a specific project. So updating policies, or working on a grant, doing different things that give them a taste of municipal life. And if the treasurer or the town clerk also had, tasks that are packageable projects, then we could do that too. It's like a 15-hour-a-week commitment. It's free to the town, and there's good oversight. So I'm really kind of interested, and I'm seeking your permission to move forward with looking into that further and seeing if we can get someone in January. There's going to be a lot of projects going on, all at the same time. When we get into construction for any of those projects, there's going to be weekly construction meetings and just a lot of details. So.
Okay.
Where is this person physically?
They come in for specific projects, but they would work primarily remotely.
'Cause that's my only thing, is space, where do we put another person? I mean, out here is always an option, but
Yep. But I think we can figure that out. There seems to be some unused space in one of our offices, so.
maybe said mid-October she'll be back.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I think we can work out those details.
All right. Any thoughts?
I don't have any problem with it.
Okay. Motion to have Heidi look into accessing a UVM intern.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Well, I'm gonna move into a couple rec things, and I don't think Jessica has to be here for that, but I thought we'd cover it while she was here. Had a meeting tonight with Agency of Transportation and Regional Planning Commission and the Rec Department, with Ty and Mark participating, and that's about the Lamoille Valley Rail Trail grants. So they're managed through the state, it's federal money, and it's, it's as much as managing any other transportation grant, which which isn't exactly what they were thinking. But they do have a desire to construct a pavilion on the arena site next to the rail trail with a information kiosk, a bike repair station. And so I put an overview on the desk. It's there's no limit on how much we could apply for, but there is a 20% match. So what she suggested that we do is look at a scoping and construction, because we don't have any design, we don't have any plans at this point. And looking into, getting all of that set and having an estimate. I'd like to work with Tyler Billingsley, our engineer we use for transportation projects. So he's very familiar with the requirements of the agency, and he'd be able to give us a ballpark of what we need to apply for.
Okay.
So I asked if they would approve pre-application costs and pre-award costs, and she said she'd get back to us. So it's not a known, but I'm thinking it wouldn't be a lot of money, like maybe $400 or $500 in that area, just to get a basic sketch. Then if we're awarded, we would get him to make some designs for us. So,
And Rex still got that ARPA money set aside, so they have
do.
money, so.
Yep. Shelley said they have not touched that. So, if you are okay with that, I'm gonna reach out to Tyler and get him started on that, and we have a site visit scheduled with the state on October 5th to come and see what we're talking about.
I think it's great. It helps get Highgate kind of on the map for the rail trail and gives us, a bike repair station's a great idea, information, local businesses can put their info up and try to attract business, whether it be to stop for lunch at a local store or whatever.
Yeah, there would be advertising for the local stores, and the rail trail is also looking at a big marketing plan, so they're gonna be assisting town for this. So I don't know how much we would wanna do, but, it's a 20% match, so they're in a position to put the match up.
Yeah.
Hold on hold. Think there's something coming tonight. About something that happened, I don't know if you guys know about it, but I heard a rumor at the cross-country meet
Okay.
over at the arena. And I heard it's a big expense. I heard you say out the funds. I'd like to know, Ty's supposed to be here, so
Okay.
I think it's a,
Fair.
Executive session, please, you see it?
I don't really think, I don't want to say problems with it, if something went.
So, legal,
Is it
personnel, or contractual?
No, well, the only thing is, I heard it through the grapevine. I don't know if I was supposed to hear it.
So, then, no,
Hold
let's,
well, I just
Ty's on
tried
his
to,
way, so.
alright,
I just tried to send him a text to see if he wanted me to bring up the boiler, is that what you're?
What's that?
The boiler?
Yeah, hit it.
Okay, they've already got an estimate.
Okay.
I can,
You guys do that.
Those are,
yeah, it's in the,
Okay.
they're not that's not a big deal.
Okay.
Because Shelley gave me their budget, and they have 20,000 in their upgrades and improvements for the building that they have not touched.
Okay.
So the full replacement was $15,000.
I do that. I hear you sing that, God shared already, but.
Did I put that in there?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so 4790 for a new boiler
Gosh,
is
that-
one quote, and then 14,910 was another, yeah. Richard was freaking out thinking
Jeez.
a kid's been lost at a cross-country meet or something.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened?
This is a packet, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even see it, the bag.
Okay, so let's stay on the rail trail first.
Okay.
So are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Okay. So can I have a motion to go forward with, Mr. Billings?
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
It's good, it's good.
Yeah, it's good now.
No more better.
All right.
That is it for me.
Oh my.
And I did put the FEMA home buyout under select board items.
Okay, so do we want to talk about the arena boiler or are we waiting for Toy?
I can't say, he was on the meeting earlier, but he was in his car. I have no idea where he was.
He was at the cross-country meet, so
Oh, okay.
that's all right.
Okay.
I don't know.
So we can start talking about it. So the rec department has given us 2 quotes. One is to repair the existing boiler, which requires some new boards. The other is for a new NTI boiler. Although the new boiler is expensive due to age, there is some possibility of additional failures on the old boiler, combustion blower, and cracked sections. They would recommend replacing the boiler. They've had a lot of success with the NTI boiler installations.
There's Ty.
Okay,
It's probably a lot more efficient too, isn't it?
I would think, yes. So,
And replace it now before it gets more expensive.
right. And if it's available. Come on!
That's all we're doing.
Where the heck have you been? We started without you.
That's fine.
So we're talking about a new boiler.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so our old boilers, Kaka.
It's repairable, but no guarantees on when the next repair will be needed.
How old is that one now?
I think they had said 2011, 2012.
Almost 10 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
That answers your question as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Okay, so a new one is $14,910.
Yeah.
Installing the new boiler, reconnecting existing water lines and gas piping, power wiring and control wiring, startup and test.
Correct. I reached out to a second plumber that we still use at the arena for our small plumbing and replacing our boiler or repairing our boiler was not able to fit in his schedule. So he didn't give us a quote for this year. I didn't feel like getting a quote from something, wasting his time for a second quote was not good business in my opinion, but I can if that's how the board sees fit.
Okay, so the estimated repair cost was $47.90 with no guarantees on a 10-year-old boiler.
No.
Correct. They're seeing other stuff with the chamber that's going to show its head this winter too.
Okay. Any questions?
I don't think there's any question, we have to get a new one, I don't think repairing is even
Right.
thinkable. The only question is, do we have to have another quote? Climate Systems is the one that does the work for us now, correct?
Yeah.
I know, I haven't looked at it recently, but Randy was stating at a meeting the other night that in the purchasing policy, there is exemptions for emergencies.
Well,
Although
if
without heat is,
Yeah, and if you are putting ice in, extremely soon,
Started
which you
today.
are.
It's in.
I started today.
Is that an emergency?
Yeah, I would agree to that. So do I have a motion to allow the purchase and installation of the new boiler at $14,910?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and for your information, we also have agreed to do scope of work for your rail trail,
Okay,
so that is a go.
okay. Perfect.
Alright,
Thank you.
so, Jessica did not show, so,
She should be here within the next 10 if you.
okay. Do you have anything for us for the rec?
Um, contract, the sidebar contract on your desk?
Yes, it's there.
Okay.
Alright,
Yes.
so that's an executive. So I'll ask you to stay for that if you would, if you
Yes.
have time.
Yes. We're still looking for employees. I have one question for you about that in executive also.
Okay. Alright. So, moving on to the FEMA home buyout. So, the house currently owned by Christy Freeman. I know, Kyle, you said you drove by and,
I actually stopped there this morning and, went out to the edge. God, I live there.
Oh, really?
Well, the bank is right there, I mean, it's right there. It's like the only piece of land where it hasn't collapsed is the house on it. I mean, that's just me.
yeah. Well, we know we have an issue right there. So, does the select board want to go forward with a FEMA home buyout?
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
I'll second.
alright. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So we will have a moment here while we wait for Ty and Jess to come back.
Well, I will just tell you, since you have a minute, that the fire extinguishers were all inspected today. And what he said is that next year, many of our fire extinguishers will come due to be fully broken down or replaced.
And that's
So
expensive.
he said, plan on about $1,500 to get it all done.
Well, better safe than sorry.
Gotta do it, it's the law, so there's no way around it.
I got a couple of things, if you got a moment.
Yeah.
First of all, is there any way for next spring, we can replace all the flags that go down the side of the road? They look pretty rough, and I just wondered if we could replace them and maybe look a little better, and replace the ones and get smaller ones out here on the monument. That's.
See why not, we do have some money in the memorial fund.
Yeah.
And the flags are getting tighter than they should be.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
They need to take them down sooner every year.
Yeah.
This year they were out there like 2 months longer than they probably needed to be.
And
But it
then-
doesn't help, they get a little crispy.
Right. Right. So,
okay,
yeah,
do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Okay? And the other thing is the tractor and the mower.
yeah,
Butch asked, hey, can we take it to Fournier's now and they put a price on it, and if they can sell it outright at a price, can they sell it now, or wait till spring and take it to the auction?
I thought they took it to the last one.
No. This is the tractor and,
Mower tractor and the side mower.
the site. And they took some more that was over.
Okay, yes, yeah.
And what they got for that is gonna go toward the new mower. But he asked if it was possible, if we took it down now, and they put a price on it, and if they sold it, they didn't sell it, running through the auction.
Yeah, that's one.
It really makes sense.
Make out right.
That's where I was when you're looking at it, it's like 4 years, I'm looking at it here. so-
Right.
Right, and it's one less thing we gotta store.
Yep.
Yeah, it's down there.
Yeah.
So you want a motion?
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
To do what?
To take the old tractor and mower, side mower,
Asking 165.
yeah, down to 4 years, to be sold outright if possible. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Ty, would you like to introduce our
Yes.
director?
This is Jess Lombard, she's our new programs coordinator at the arena. Great job, in my opinion.
Yeah. I've only heard good things, so let's.
Only heard good things, welcome, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you for the opportunity.
it's nice to put a face with a name.
I know, I've been running around quite a bit.
She does run, because I was over to one of the concerts and she didn't stop over. Thus, she's the size she is, and I'm the size I am.
And you have young children as well, too?
Yes, I'm a first and third grader.
Oh my God.
Oh, boy. She's gotta have a lot of energy. So what can you tell us about what's going on at the rec?
Well, when I came in the beginning of June, or mid-June, the summer plans were kind of already planned out by the previous director. So I just went with those. And now that we've finished our summer stuff, we've turned into the fall seasons. I just got back from soccer and cross country. We have a total of 69 soccer players and
Wow.
16 cross country. So we have 3 levels of soccer and technically 2 levels of cross country. We've been practicing for the past 2 weeks, and we'll start soccer games next week, and we're gonna go to the cross country meet on the 24th to let those kids experience a real meet. And then it's moving into hockey and ice season after that.
Ice is apparently there. Or started.
It is.
Sorry.
It started. We started today. Now it's cold.
Yeah. What ages are the soccer?
We start at pre-K. We do pre-K and kindergarten together, and then we do first and second, and then third and fourth. Our biggest group is first and second. We have 32.
Wow.
It was a lot more
Turn
than
me
we
up.
expected,
This
which
is great.
is it's
No,
awesome.
Yeah.
The only problem we have is coaches. It's been very hard to find enough people to volunteer to take a team. So for 32 kids, we were only able to make 2 teams, which is a lot on each team, but
Right.
we wanted to make sure they were able to get out and play some games. But we'll figure out different ways to get it out sooner to the public. But
So you're on camera and being recorded, and they'll replay this. So what does a volunteer look like?
a volunteer can be as simple as a parent stepping out on the field to help corral the children and refocus them when they need to be. Or you could step up and be a head coach and take the whole team under you and hopefully have
Helper.
parent helpers. And I had one parent step up, so she'll take the one team to the games, and she'll have one other parent helping. But it's so much easier when there's a couple more out there.
Right. And do they have to know?
They don't have to have any knowledge. Usually there's one or two that have enough knowledge to come up with the drills, and actually I've been making practice plans, so then
Yep.
they can just kind of go off of what is already planned.
Okay. So we really need some people to step up. This is your chance to volunteer, make a difference in a kid's life.
It doesn't have to be a parent, it can be an older sibling.
Yeah.
You know, we will still have to have an adult that's the head coach, but it could be an aunt, uncle, grandparent. In years past, we've had grandparents come up from Colchester just because it was that or canceled programs for
Right.
basketball, so.
Actually, for cross country, we currently have an older brother, I believe he's 8th grade, that he was out there with me today getting them running, so, because he's done it before, so he knows enough to help out.
Right. Well, maybe the high school, maybe somebody on their JV or varsity team would be interested in helping out too. Would be really great and give them experience. Anything else you need at the rec department?
Jess is collaborating with the library on a trunk or treat event again.
Yeah, no, that's great.
We're gonna start planning that next week, and the elementary school PTKO reached out, and I think they're gonna help us out also.
Oh, cool.
So we're gonna try to make it bigger this year, because that seemed to help.
And no rain, right?
Yeah.
Last
Yeah,
year
poor
was
little
just-
girl, last year.
Terrible. Kids didn't care though.
No,
It's nice to have a safe place for the kids, especially in Highgate. It's kind of hard to go house to house, so if they can just hit all the cars right there in one big spot, it's
yeah,
nice.
there was a lot of children last year. It was a really nice turnout.
We want to switch it up a little. We're going to try to do it, make it a giving back event also, and either come and donate $1 or a canned good when it comes through the haunted arena,
Yes, yeah.
so that way we can give back to.
Yeah, I don't know who liked that better, the kids or the parents. Yeah. So, select board. The idea of a trunk or treat is you open your trunk, you can put lights in it, you can do whatever. You hand out candy. Lots and lots of candy. So, open up the back of your pickups, open the back of your Jeeps, open the back of whatever you got. And come. You can dress up if you want. I think the best costume I saw last year was Luke Schwarner,
Yes.
who drives for the Public Works. He was dressed as a wolf man, and that was the best costume I saw all night. Okay, so that's good. Anything else? Hockey scheduling is going well. That's
Scheduling
all.
is almost nailed down.
Okay.
Our goal to skate on ice is September 24th with St. Albans Youth renting a big block of that week. Normally, we don't have ice sales. That's our goal. We started today working towards our goal, so.
Excellent.
And we're still working with Sasa and Milton. For-
Milton High School, yes,
Yeah.
Milton Youth did not. I believe they only have one age level, and they had a previous contract with that age level in Chittenden County, I believe, so.
Okay.
We sat down, Jess and I sat down with both athletic directors for Milton High School and MDU Monday. Monday, and working out some practice times and some game times. So,
Our game's still Wednesday, Saturday for high school.
yes.
And people can find that schedule where?
I don't know if it's public yet.
Okay.
It will, once it's public, it'll be on our website at highgaterack.org.
Okay, perfect. Because I know there's people that like to go just, even if they don't have a child involved. So, in the middle of the night, sometimes I wake up and have these weird ideas, but, we had some drug settlement money that we received, as a part of an opioid settlement. It's not much. It's under $900. But what would you think about a don't do drugs, do sports campaign? I don't care, you know, if it was just posters and they went all around town or what. I'm throwing an idea out there that we have some money to put it toward kids that are not yet into that scene. If we could get them to do sports, maybe that would be a better life choice for them. So, mull it over, see if it's something you're interested in doing. If you have ideas, great. But I think the select board would be interested in having that money go toward the children.
No question.
Prevention and
Right,
rehabilitation.
right, and even if
Start
we
with
work with
websites.
the elementary school or whatever, you know, maybe the PTKO would also be interested, but to take that money and use it to show kids there's options.
We've mulled around the idea for years of a day where we use the whole facility over there to try set up all the sports. I think it's gotta be a collaboration, we gotta get MBU's buy-in and get the varsity players down there to give kids idolize, the young kids
Sure.
idolize the older kids. It just, the way it's always gonna be, I believe.
Yeah.
So getting them to buy in and come up when we, you know, on a day that, a time of year when we have turf inside, so you can get the field hockey team in there, you can get they started boys and girls volleyball at MU now, you know, baseball, soccer, all of it. I think but it's gotta be a collaboration to make it actually work.
Well, I think that'd be a great spring project. You know, you guys know what your schedule is and what your workload is, and we're just offering you money to put your money where your mouth is. So, that's a settlement we received, and we would like to see it go to a good use, and this also will promote the rec program. Okay, anybody have any questions?
But as long as have both of you here, it's early, but I think we'll bring it up, the Christmas parade and lights. I'd like to, I don't know how everybody else, but I'd like to see it go this year as a regular parade from the arena, just like we do Memorial Day. Instead of going way, you know, we can come together now and try to have something
So,
like a lighting parade instead of going all over town and try to make it a big thing. And I think everybody's liked it the way it's been the last couple of years. You know, I don't know why
I like
everybody.
the route last year. I
Yeah,
think it was that, wasn't too long.
right. But, you know, would it be better to, instead of going all over, shorten it up like we do Memorial Day, or, you know, I don't know, I don't know what you guys feel,
I prefer to do longer, but
okay.
that's only my opinion.
People put a lot of effort into those vehicles and be over in a snap. They're going from here to
Right,
there.
Yeah.
And there's always the awkwardness of how to end it at.
Right,
to
yeah.
Hit 207.
But I'd like to be able to be in a place so where you can have like an announce each one that comes through, like we do it, we've done it here at the parades, and you go other places, they kind of announce them,
We could,
You can do that,
we could
yeah.
structure it, something in this part of what.
Yeah, for those people that wanna gather here.
Definitely. It was on our radar to do again, definitely. It's
Right. I
Such a
see.
success the last 2 years.
Yeah.
The Deck the Halls Deck the Homes is on our radar too.
Yeah. Kyle wants to win this year.
No,
No, give up on that.
no, I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm not gonna bother entering the contest, just gonna do my thing.
You put on that.
Sharon, there, York.
Okay. Anything else?
No, thank you, the guys are doing a great job. They keep it
Yeah,
up, they're
absolutely.
doing a great job. Appreciate it.
Yeah, especially with you being kind of thrown in willy-nilly. You've done a great job picking up and running with it. Okay, anything else for the select board? Any other public comment? Okay, then, I would move to exit the regularly selected select board meeting and enter into executive, with Heidi, with Ty, with Jessica, and with Rich Wilkins.
I can wait outside if you want to do your stuff with them.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be kind of right, since I don't really need to know about
Yeah, yeah.
anything else.
yeah, we'll do it
I
quick.
didn't do it before, Ty, it's all good. Besides, it gives me a chance to have a cigarette, so.
There you go. Okay. All those in favor?